So I was chatting with a friend of mine yesterday and I asked him when it was that he was going to make some investments, maybe buy some Bitcoin, something like that. And his answer was that he doesn't do gambling.
Can you be cold-hearted when you got that fire burning up inside it? Never running out of love when you get
Welcome to this video. So today I'm going to be dispelling the myths that investing and trading is some sort of gamble, like it's risky. Yes, there's some sort of risk involved. There always is in any sort of business venture whatsoever. There's always going to be a risk. However, this is absolutely nothing at all like gambling. I really do feel that I should probably apologize if there's people out there that believe that day trading or like cryptocurrency trading is like really intense and enjoyable and fun and fast paced, because the truth of it is actually it's all pretty boring and really simple. So if you believe that you might need some sort of PhD, master's degree or something in astrophysics to understand trading and day trading and all this type of stuff, you're absolutely wrong, I'm afraid. It is actually super simple. In fact, if you believe that you have what it takes to be a second-hand car dealer, then you definitely have what it takes to just trade cryptocurrencies online or trade stocks, gold, oil, forex, whatever it is that you want to trade and make money on. You can do that right from your laptop, at home, wherever you are in the world. It's really simple. So first up, we have 3 different ways that you can make money. You can either invest for the long term, or you can swing trade, which is where you're going to buy something and try and sell it at a profit over the next couple of weeks or couple of months into the future, or you can day trade. So we shall begin with day trading. And day trading is when you want to buy something and sell it exactly on the same day. So if you were to go down to your local high street market, I'm pretty sure you're going to find some sort of fishmongers in there, some guys selling fish. And that was probably caught during the evening or the night time and then bought at the local fish market in the morning, taken to the market, and that guy, that market seller, that tradesman needs to like sell those fish that day, hopefully at a good profit to the general public. However, what does he do when he has some fish left over? Well, at the end of the day, he can't just put them in a bag and try and sell them off tomorrow, because they're going to smell, right? So he needs to get rid of those fish. So he is like a day trader in the market. He needs to get rid of those as quickly as possible, even if it means taking a loss. So what he may do is maybe have a contract ready with some local restaurants or some hotels that he can sell this fish to at the end of the day. If he doesn't get a good profit in the marketplace during the day, he can sell possibly even at a loss, selling it to the restaurants, but at least he hasn't been left holding the bag of dead fish, because that is going to stink. Exactly the same with cryptocurrencies. So if you're going to be buying into like an ICO, something which is the real hot ticket right now, you don't want to be left holding the bag, 6 months down the line when it all just goes and nobody wants it anymore, and you're just left holding a bag of cryptocurrencies that you can't get rid of. Day trading is often what people associate with like professional investing, because that's what they see investment banks doing. And people generally just get paid to sit at a desk, look at charts all day. And if that's what you want to do, if you want to quit your job because you want to sit down at a desk and look at charts all day, then you're probably going in the wrong direction. Most people tend to want to do some trading in their spare time as a way to free themselves up some time to spend it with family and all the rest of it. So day trading is pretty hard work to actually make a profit. Potentially you can make more, but it's so easy being a swing trader. So you buy and then you sell over the weeks and months ahead. Let's show you how to do that. Right now, we are looking at the price chart for Apple. This is on a weekly chart, and you can see the price right now is all the way up here, about $270 for a share in Apple. However, just looking at this alone isn't really going to tell you an awful lot. However, if you scroll out, you begin to get a bigger picture. And you can see where it was all the way down here, and it's gone up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down and up where it is right now. So amazing, right? Markets, they go up and down, and this is exactly what you need to make money. So just say that you are a second-hand car dealer and you're looking at the price of a Ford Escort. You know that you can get a 1995 Ford Escort. You can sell one of those for about $1,000. So if on the charts here you see that the price has fallen to about $500, you know that sure enough you'll be able to sell it again for $1,000 without too much trouble. But wait, hang on. On this chart is just going all the way up, and if we scroll out you can see just how sort of parabolic this curve is. Very much looks similar to Bitcoin, and everybody says how crazy Bitcoin is. The only difference between this and Bitcoin, in my opinion, is just the price at the end of the chart. So this has gone up to $200, whereas Bitcoin in a very short space has gone all the way up to $20,000. However, I'm also pretty sure that in a short space of time, we're probably going to see Bitcoin go all the way up to $100,000, then maybe down a little bit and all the way up even further again. But just looking on this chart, how do we know when, just like the Ford Escort example, how do we know when it's cheap to buy it and when we should be looking to sell? How do we know that? Well, all we need to do is stick on a nice little envelope, which will give us a very clear indication as to when we might like to buy, like down here in these dips, and then maybe take some profits or sell off the Escorts over here as it's going up, buy some down here every time it goes down. But obviously you don't want to sell the whole lot as soon as the price goes up and looks like it's a very expensive price and you want to sell it, because if we scroll all the way out we can see that the price is going up and up and up and up over the years, so it's not flat. And because of that, when it does come down, so when it does fall down into these zones down here, you'd want to be buying as much as you possibly could during those times, and like it is right now, maybe sell some off at that point and take a little profit. So does any of that really seem that difficult? And honestly guys, that is as easy as it is. However, if you're going to be looking for these opportunities in the marketplace, you're probably going to spend hours and hours and hours flicking through like 300 different charts every single day to try and find this. Well, what people tend to do now, whether that's in proper institutional banking and whatnot, is use some sort of automated signals which tracks the price action of these, whatever it is that you're looking to trade, just tracks that in real time and then will update you whenever a price goes too high or too low and you want to be getting in to buy it. That is exactly what we built over here on Moocharoo.ninja. So you can see here we've got some PIVX, signals to sell, buy Bitcoin. However, because of the nature of these things, you're not going to be seeing these signals going every single day to buy and sell and buy and sell, and it's really exciting. These things tend to pan out over like weeks and weeks and weeks. So as you're looking just here, this is Bitcoin. You would have maybe been looking to sell up here around sort of 14,000. Maybe have bought in down here as it went low, maybe sell there, buy here. So you can see this central line kind of acts like a fair market value indicator, and then the further it moves away from that, the more likely you are to either buy or sell that. Whether it's gold, silver, oil, some sort of forex pair, whatever it is, it just makes sense. If you are a professional second-hand car dealer and you know you can get $1,000 for that Ford Escort, and someone's offering you to sell one to you for like $500-600, then you know that there's profit in the deal. And that's all it is with whatever it is that you're trading. all you need to do is buy at a cheap price. And cheap doesn't mean low value. It doesn't mean just buy any old rubbish which is cheap, like penny stocks, like the sort of thing you would have saw on Wolf of Wall Street. It means buy really good stuff, so like the Apple, the Microsoft, the Bitcoin. Buy all the really best things when they are in a dip, when they're in a low, and then just hold them until they go crazy high, as these things tend to always do. It really is as easy as that. All you need to do, keep it nice and simple, trade with common sense. We know that day trading is kind of like being a fishmonger. You're buying in that fish in the morning, you want to sell it the same day, and you can't wait till tomorrow because it's going to smell, so you need to get rid of it. That's day trading. Now, you don't have to do that, so you're not an institutional bank, which means that you can actually hold things out over the longer term. It's definitely more profitable. And I'll show you just how profitable in just a second. First of all though, let's now talk about investing. So this is long-term investing. Now, what is it that you want to be buying up as a long-term investment? Now, I would suggest that you generally want to be buying things which are going to give you some money into your pocket. So things like rental real estate is really good, or even like a commercial real estate would be great as well if you have the money. Plus, also, you want to be buying some stocks and shares, not necessarily things like gold and silver, because you don't earn any money for that. You could argue the same with Bitcoin. However, with the price, the value of Bitcoin going up so much over time, certainly over the last 10 years, it would have paid you to hold some of that. Even though you don't actually earn anything for holding it, it's still a good investment anyway, just because of the capital gain. But generally, I would suggest you buy things long term as investments, which are going to put money into your pocket. What I would stay away from there is anything which is kind of gimmicky. So things like ICOs, things like fidget spinners or Pokemon cards, or things that just sort of come and go, where they might be popular 1 minute and then they just sort of fade out and nobody really cares. People always want somewhere to live. They're always going to need oil for plastics and fuel for cars, and I know that's changed with electric. Investing in things that people need is always going to work out over the long term. I certainly would not recommend ICOs in the cryptocurrency world. I know from experience that these just generally do not work out over the long term at all, which is quite unfortunate. It's just the way it is. Anyway, let's go take a look now just how profitable swing trading is rather than day trading. So here we have some crypto signals which we've made for free for everybody. All you need to do is come along to moocharoo.ninja and sign yourself up here. You just sort of log in and with just a normal email and whatnot. And we've got swing trading and day trading. Now, we've been running these signals since the 4th of September 2019. And also tracking their profitability. So this is the ROIs for the swing trading, and down here we have the ROIs for the day trading. Did I say that right? Swing trading and day trading. So here we have basic attention token and the swing trading, which is a daily signal, which means you just need to check in once per day just to see whether it's a buy, sell, or a hold, wait out, whatever, which means you don't do anything, right? It's just a really simple strategy. All you have to do is come in once per day, scroll down, we can see Bitcoin is on hodl, which basically means you should have bought it already and you just hold in. Everything else is wait out, so we're just waiting out for a cheaper price. The price is currently coming down. Decreed, same as Bitcoin, that's on a hodl. And then we've got EOS as a buy, Ethereum and Ethereum Classic both on buys today, and PivX on a buy as well down there, mostly wait out. So that's swing trading, and that is just a case of checking in once per day, as I say. Now, if you're day trading, now these are hourly signals, and unlike investment bankers that will day trade in a market which is only ever open while they're in work, sat at their desk, cryptocurrencies are 24/7, so they're just non-stop. Now, you can't actually trade this 24/7, but if you did, just like the tracker system is here, which is trading this 24/7, every single hour there's a signal that comes through. So right now here for day trading, we've got the signal is sell. Now up here it says trend, so that lets you know that the trend is bullish. It's telling you to sell, but the trend is bullish, so I just put that in there so that people would know when to definitely sell or definitely buy. Like this, because it's bullish, you may not want to sell everything that you've got. And as we scroll down right now for this hour, we can see that Bitcoin is doing well, and some of these here are also on sale. So you get the picture. Now people seem to think that if you're buying and selling every hour, you're going to make more money than if you buy and sell just once per day. However, it turns out on these ROIs that you see here that we have the majority of the swing trading ROIs all in pretty good profit. There's a couple down here with very small minuses, except for PivX there, which is pretty bad. And then down here with the day trading, we have the vast majority in very big negatives, and only a couple which are actually making any money. So we've done this, we wanted to track it just to find out which was better, day trading or swing trading. They both use this same system, so if we just have a look here, this is Bitcoin on the Heikin-Ashi. Now these signals work by the Heikin-Ashi strategy, which is using these Heikin-Ashi candles rather than the normal candles, which are just sort of red, green, red, green, red, green all the way down. The Heikin-Ashi sort of uses average values to even that out and makes it a more consistent flow effect rather than the price going up and down all the time. And we know that there's a 76% chance with Bitcoin that if you have a green Heikin-Ashi candle, then there's a 76% probability that the following candle will also be green. Pretty good odds, much better than on a roulette table. Based on that, if this one was green, then on this point here we would be buying, and you would buy this one here, but when it turns red you would sell. Now in this case, you might have bought here and sold there and pretty much broken even, but because you've sold, you've managed to wait all the way until this point here where you would buy. Now if over this same period you were doing this on an hourly chart, so that was daily, so each candle just represents one day, now each candle represents 1 hour, and over the same period you would be chopping and changing your position all over the place. And if you look to the right hand side here, you can see the price values and the amount of money that you're making on each little tiny run that you would have made or lost would be pretty small before you've chopped and changed your position and got in and out of the market all of the time. Whereas if you were just trading based on the daily candles, then you have a nice smooth run up and down all of the time and make a lot more money. So if you do want to trade cryptocurrencies and you want to use our free trading signals, all you have to do, go to Crypto Ninja and log in over here, come to trading signals there, and yeah, you can use those for free every single day. And I would definitely, as I say, recommend just looking at the daily signal, the swing trading, and hopefully doing pretty well for yourself. So there we go, guys. Do let me know in the comments down below whether or not you think that trading cryptocurrency or some sort of commodities, indices, shares in Apple, is that gambling or just common sense? And where you buy, where you sell, is it really that hard? Like I say, using the Heikin-Ashi strategy, you've got about a 76% chance of, or a 76% probability that the next one will be the same color. You can check that yourself. You can go candle counting. I have done that. Okay, and I've done a lot of that. And you can try that yourself and you'll find that that is actually true. It's just mathematics. It's just numbers, and it makes perfect sense. It really is pretty easy to make money in these markets. It just takes common sense, guys. No PhD required, just a bit of common sense, and you can do this too. Anyway, that's it for this week. I've now got to go on and code some more super awesome stuff. We're going to make these signals even better for 2020. Amazing stuff in the mix. As maybe you can see here on the whiteboard behind me, we've been doing lots of planning there. And that is it for now. I shall see you again in the next video.